There is three major currencies in Fallout 76, and each of them will grant you access to a bunch of really good rewards. So we have gold bullion, which was introduced with the Wastelanders questline. We do have legendary scrip, and the last one is stamps, which was introduced with the pit update. First, I want to talk about gold bullion because I think this one is the most important one because it will give you access to a bunch of old rewards and a lot of new rewards. Now, every single time when you're completing a public event, you will get treasury notes. Now, you need treasury notes to get gold bullions because you can exchange the treasury notes for gold bullion and you can hold up to a max of 10,000 gold bullion. If you look at the map, you're going to see that there is always two types of events. And as you can see here, one of them it's an event. It's just saying event. But there is other type of events which is saying public event. Only public events will give you treasury notes. And also they will give you legendary cores. I don't have any of them right now on the map, but if you look at another event, you can see that it is just an event, not a public event. So public events and mutated events, which is basically the same as a public event, it just with extra things in it, it will give you treasury notes. And you need the treasury notes to get gold bullion. Now let's say you have the treasury notes, but you don't know where to get the gold bullion. It's actually really simple. There is three locations where you can exchange it. The first one will be at Crater, as you can see. We are right over there. The second one will be at Foundation. And the third one, it's actually inside the White Spring Mall, not the White Spring Refugee, but in order to get inside the White Spring Mall, you need to fast travel to the White Spring Refugee, and after just go down the stairs and you're inside the White Spring Mall, which is a really good hub because in the White Spring Mall there is every single vendor from each of the region of the map, which is actually really useful. Now we are inside the crater, and as you can see here, there is a gold machine. And when you go inside the gold machine, you see you need to go to inventory, and there's the treasury notes, and you can exchange 40 treasury notes for 400 gold, which is the max that you can get in one day. Sometimes we do have double gold, so you can take advantage of that if you have a lot of treasury notes. And after that, you can spend your gold bullion at the first vendor, which is again in Crater. And this one is Mortimer, and as you can see, it's selling a lot of plans. There is actually a lot of them, and here you can find also some old rewards from the old vault raid and also from the scoreboard some older rewards. And you can also buy, as you can see, carry weight booster and launch boxes, so you don't actually need to spend real life money in order to get XP boosters, which is actually really useful. Now, there is another thing that you need to look forward with the gold bullion, and it's going to be reputation. As you can see, there is two factions in the game. There is raiders and settlers, and you need to max out your reputation in order to get access to more rewards. So the higher is your rank, the more rewards you will get. Now, how can you get reputation? Well, it's very simple actually. As you can see, there is daily quest for each of the faction. You can see there is daily quest for the crater, and if we go to foundation right here on the map, you can see there is daily quest also for foundation. So slowly every single day you need to do those in order to get reputations. There is also some random encounters which can give you reputations, and some events such as eviction notice can give you settler reputation, which is quite useful. But really, it's time. In time, you will get max reputation with each of them. really doesn't take as much time to do the dailies. You can just log in and do them quickly. Coming to the settlers, now if you're coming to the settlers to foundation here, you can see that the gold machine is actually outside, so you don't need to go inside, but actually you can fast travel inside any of these locations. As you can see, fast travel, and you can just choose foundation interior, and you can do the same with crater. So if you just want to get your daily gold, right, you can just fast travel the crater core, and it's putting you already inside. And there is the vendor for foundation, Samuel, and it's selling also other rewards. Now really, which is the best reward, it's really up to you. What do you need? I do suggest you to pick up the gas minigun, really powerful, gas shotgun also really powerful. Other than that, there is a bunch of armor and modifications, melee weapons, so there is a lot, but you're going to need to get to max reputation for it. Now there is also a third vendor which I'm going to show you, but I'm not going to show you the location where you need to go for that vendor, just because it's at the end of the quest line. It's at the end of the quest line of Wastelanders, and I really don't want to ruin your surprise. Where is that vendor? And I'm just going to show you the vendor and what he's selling. So the name of the vendor, as you can see, it's Rex, and you get access to this vendor at the end of the Wastelanders quest line. And what is selling, it's actually a lot. It's selling a completely new armor set, a completely new power armor set. The Secret Service armor is still the best armor set for any type of build. It's selling also the Secret Service power armor. There is a lot here to pick up. It's selling also the plasma caster, and it's selling also a bunch of old rewards from the wild raid, such as the torn armor set. As you can see, it's a really good armor set that is doing bleed damage. There's a lot of stuff here, but this one, it's a freebie. You don't need to grind reputation for this one or anything. You can just get access to him after you're finishing the Wastelanders questline. But if you want to get every single reward from Crater or Foundation or from this vendor, and cheaper and without grinding reputation, there is another way around it which I'm going to show you. There is a traveling vendor called Minerva, and Minerva can appear at the entrance of Foundation, can appear also at Fort Atlas, right around here at Fort Atlas, can appear also at the entrance of a crater right around here. And when Minerva have the big sale, it will appear in the front of the White Spring, right when you go inside, right here on this road at the White Spring. Now, as I said, Minerva, it is a traveling vendor, but there is actually a schedule for her, which you can find a link in the description. There is a website which is following Minerva's inventory and location, where it's gonna be and at what date and for how much time will be over there. And Minerva is selling every single reward from Creator and Foundation and from the Secret Service at sale. Always will be cheaper to buy it from Minerva, and you don't need to grind for reputation. The only thing is you need to wait for Minerva to actually sell the stuff that you want, so you can check the link in the description on that website when Minerva will arrive in Appalachia, where it's going to be and what she's going to sell. So that's a way around the grind. You just need to be patient to wait for her to sell what you want to buy. But I still recommend you to grind up the reputation because it's just some short daily quest. Other than that, if you want to get some extra gold bullion, you can actually buy it with caps inside the Way Ward. It is going to be expensive, but you can get some fast extra gold from this location. So you just need to go inside the wayward, and here There is a funny looking dude, a very patriotic dude who can sell you gold bullion. And let's see him. There is actually a good quest line tied to the wayward, which you probably already did if you're watching this video. So you just need to go up the stairs, and there is this dude wearing the American flag as a shirt and hat. And you can talk with Smiley, right? And you can buy gold from him. As you can see, it will be expensive. So if you want to buy 250 gold, it will cost you 5,000 caps. 300 gold is 6,000 caps. So it is expensive, but it's worth it, and you can only do it once a week. It's still something to get extra, and it's quite useful when you are grinding for some of the rewards, because they can get really expensive, and you will see that. Now let's talk about legendary scrip. You need legendary scrip in order to buy legendary modules, in order to craft legendary items. Legendary weapons, legendary power armor or armor. How can you get scrip? In every single train station in the game, you will find one of these legendary exchange machines, as I said, in every single train station in the game. And you can exchange legendary items for scrip. You can get 500 scrip per day. As you can see, I have this plasma caster. Let's say I don't want it, and it will give me 5 scrip for this item. I scrip it for nothing because I already have a max scrip, which is 6,000. You cannot hold more than 6,000 scrip per character. And you're just going to scrip really the legendary items that are bad, or the ones that you don't want, and in time you will get to the max scrip. And after that, you want to get to the rusty peak, which is right here on the map. And here there is a vendor, the Murmonger. And the Murmonger is selling legendary modules which you need to craft legendary items. It's selling also Vault Steel, which you need to craft Strangleheart Power Armor or Torn Armor. And you can get access to those from the gold bullion vendors. As you can see, it's also selling random legendary items, so you can buy a legendary weapon, a range weapon, but it's going to be random, so don't do that. If you want a specific weapon, just grind for that weapon. Let's say you want a legendary handmade, you're going to craft a handmade rifle, and after that, just make it legendary. So, as you can see, legendary modules, if you want 100 of them, will cost you 5,000 scrip. So, yeah, better stop grinding that scrip. And after that, after you have the legendary scrip and you bought the legendary modules and you want to craft your legendary items, you need one more thing. It's legendary cores. Now, legendary cores, you get them from public events. As I said, from public events, you will get treasury notes, which you can exchange for gold bullion, but also you will get legendary cores that you need to craft legendary items. So let's say, let's craft a non-legendary item. Let's craft a pipe pistol, right? I have this pipe pistol and I want to make it legendary, right? So let's just go down to the pipe pistol. I have a lot of weapons on me. There you go, there's a pipe pistol and random legendary mod, right? And I can choose it to be a 1-star, a 2-star, or a 3-star. As you can see, it's going to be more expensive every time. It will take more legendary modules and more legendary cores depending on what you choose, right? So let's say I want to make this one a 1-star. As you can see, I only have 1 legendary cores, but I have a lot of legendary modules. So I need to do more public events to get legendary cores and make this one a legendary. And it's a cod pipe pistol. There you go. So it's quite a bit of grind. So you need to do public events for treasury nodes, And for legendary cores, you need to scrip the weapons that you don't want for legendary scrip, and you need to buy legendary modules, a specific item that you want, and make it legendary. But there is one item that I want in this game, and it's right over there. I don't know if you can see it, but that's a broadsider with the fist coming out of it. I really want that weapon. And now let's talk about stamps. You can get stamps by doing expeditions. When you open the map, as you can see, there is expeditions. Here you can go to Atlantic City or the pit. And let's say you crash doing one of your expedition, your game crash. Don't worry about it. Your progress in the expedition will be saved and you can continue where you left, which is quite useful. Now you can do as many expeditions as you want in a day. There is no limit for them, and every single time when you complete them to the perfect, which means to do also the optional things in the expedition, you will get the max of 10 stamps. So if you do 10 expeditions in a row, you will get 100 stamps. But again, there is no limit for how many expeditions you can do in one day, so you just keep doing them and find the expedition that you can complete the faster. The expedition that is suiting you the most, that you think is the fastest one, and just grind that one. Now, before you can do any expeditions, you will need to do a short quest line here inside the Vice Spring, which is tied to the responders. It's a very short little quest that you need to complete in order to get access to the expeditions. And after that, you want to spend your stamps at Giuseppe, which is inside the Vice Spring refugee. Is a vendor that is selling rewards. Now, Giuseppe is an interesting vendor. He's right here in his room where is this yellow flag, right? There is here Bubbles. Bubbles is selling Nuka-Colas, and there is Giuseppe. And Giuseppe is selling a lot of rewards. Doesn't show up what you already know. So it's only showing me what I don't know. And as you can see, there is a lot. Now there is two rewards at Giuseppe which I do recommend you to get. The first one is going to be the Auto X and the second one will be the Cold Shoulder unique shotgun, because there is no other way to get those weapons. Every single reward that you see here, right, you can get it by just doing expedition. Every single time you get a random chance for a random plan to get, and you can get them in time. Of course, if you want something specific, you're just gonna grind up your stamps and buy the specific one that you want. But it's also good that it's giving you a random one. But as I said, you really want the Auto Axe, which is one of the strongest automatic melee weapon, and you want the Cold Shoulder shotgun, which is a double barrel shotgun that have the quad legendary effect and also the frozen legendary effect. Is doing cryo damage. Is the strongest shotgun in the game, really. The only way to get those is to buy them for stamps from this vendor, because they were scoreboard reward, right? They were previous scoreboard rewards, so that's the only way to get them. So that's pretty much it about every single major currency in the game. Now, of course, there is caps. Everybody knows about caps in the Fallout universe. I'm not going to explain you what to do with caps, but that's all that you need to know about gold bullion, legendary scrip, and stamps. Hopefully this video will help you out. Thank you very much for watching and see you guys in the next one.